today with Jason Netherton, the CEO of IWG Corporate Services based in Kelowna, BC. We're here to discuss his company, IWG Corporate Services, and what it's all about. Jason, I've heard you mention that IWG Corporate Services can perform an organizational health assessment. Sounds like you're going to the doctor or something, I guess. Doctor, dentist, two things I don't really enjoy myself. But can you explain exactly what this is, Jason?
Yeah, well, what we found, thanks, Andrew. Thanks for the time today. And, what we found over the last 20 years is that there's many areas in the business owners, departments, and organization that, they've overlooked. And it's going through a systematical checklist to make sure they've covered all things. So, for example, employment contracts, you just can't offer somebody a verbal job or an email and then not go through a proper process and then change that employment agreement that was a verbal via email later on, a week later, and not expect some sort of recourse. So areas like that, we help, business owners protect them from themselves. It's kind of the angle we take. And pieces like that, getting their, all their HR pieces, their financial modeling. So for their business plan, what's it going to look like for your business 5 years from now? Are we hitting growth markers in the organization? How do you compare to what your competitors are doing? And all the way from that to the bookkeeping pieces of this, the controller pieces, building out that strategic plan, succession planning. So when we go through an organizational health assessment, we cover all those areas, and then we give you a grade. And usually, I'd say 9 times out of 10, I'd say the business owners fail or have a very low mark in covering all those areas. And we were pretty shocked or astonished that, that these business owners have not covered all the areas. But, you recognize that, you start your business, you're doing 40 different jobs. It's unrealistic for you to be able to manage that. So that's where our firm comes into place. We've got those 40 professionals that will help you get organized and get you on track.
Absolutely. I think that's key, Jason. And you talk a little bit about maybe taking a snapshot of where the business is today. What is, if you took a picture of the business today, what does that look like? And, going back to what we were talking about earlier a little bit is benchmarking to determine the value of the business. And, again, if it's not ready to sell or you're thinking about transitioning, then what do we need to do to get the house in order, so to speak, right? And I think
And exactly that's what our office does. So our staff will go through the whole assessment for you. Roughly runs about a $500 fee to do that. And you'll get a good snapshot what you need to work on. We'll come up with the top 3 priorities and discuss that with the business owners. So, we can really use time efficiently and help them, steer themselves correctly where they want to go in a matter of a few months.
That's awesome. That sounds like really great value for $500. I mean,
it's a starting piece, right? And then there's all the work that they want to do after that.
Makes sense. Yeah, and I think you touched a little bit on getting the HR side of things in order. Something I've had experience with in the past, and in various businesses I've been involved in is corporate governance. I really think that is a key area as well. And if you don't have the corporate governance in place as the business grows, things can really get derailed. So I think
especially you hit it on the head, especially if you got partners. I see it all the time. Before you even start the company, have the conversations. Let's build out the roadmap for governance. Let's find out what your job duties are, how many hours a week you're working, your full job description, your employment agreement, what are the expectations, your expense policies. What do we do when we run into problems? And how do we govern ourselves? So if you don't have discussions and having a writing early on, it could be a month, it could be a year, it eventually pops up, and then you got partners not thinking the same and they're not on the same page, and then you have different people, you're gonna have different opinions.
No, it's absolutely, Jason. It's critical. I know only too well. I've experienced that, as I say, in different businesses I've been involved in. And if everybody's not on the same page from the outset, people don't know what the roles and responsibilities are, and it can really cause a lot of headaches and sleepless nights. Yeah, I know firsthand. So.
No, that's a really good point, and that's what we help them out with. We've got paralegals in our office, we got lawyers, so we do a lot of preparation for the clients so that they can have those pieces early on and get them in place so they can sleep at night and not have to worry about it. Exactly your point.
It's critical. We all want to sleep better at night, right?